Okay, welcome back everyone. Another episode. I'm sure you've seen the last video, but we're over 1,000 subscribers now and we're very happy about that. I mean, I've got a lot to go before I reach the big blokes doing it, but they all started somewhere, so I think today we're gonna, none of you have seen this, unless you've seen the last episode you would have seen a quick preview of it, but there's a Chevrolet Blitz up here, about a 1942 or 3, I don't know a lot about what years they come out. She's hiding up in the bush here. You've seen a lot of videos from down the shed there where the trucks are, but up above the shed here, there's this old girl sitting here. This was my grandfather's, which was my mum's dad. My mum and dad lived there. And then when I acquired this back, she said, can you sit it there so she can still look at it? He had this many years ago. Both sides of my family had these. They had Fords and Chevs, V8s and Chev 6s. They used to use these in the bush because my family had, my dad used to do, he had a D6 and a couple old trucks, one 8-wheeler, done some dam sinking and land clearing, and used to cut pit props as well for supporting the roofs down in the underground mines. And my uncle used to do the same thing. He had a sawmill as well, but they used to cut pit props. Now they used to have, my dad used to have 8-wheelers. That's why I painted that one. He had a big cab, exactly the same as that one there, twin steer, and had a big high crane on it. And they'd have these in the bush, and my uncle used to have a fleet of 8-wheelers with Accos and a lot of Inter stuff, Kenworth. Earlier trucks, he had Thames, a bit of British stuff in the earlier days. My dad had an old Dodge. He had the V8 Cummins in her, and then he had a 8-wheeler with a 270 custom torque. He had a high crane on it with a just a flat tray on it. But he used to leave these in the bush, the Chevs and the Fords, and they'd cut all the timber. This one had a crane on it with a winch. Some of the others just had flat trays, had bolsters. They'd leave these in the scrub wherever they were cutting, and they'd just leave like the road registered trucks, the semis and the 8-wheelers and whatever they were, out on the road, and they'd fall all the timber in the bush, then use the old Chevs and the Fords. So a 4-wheel drive, had all them gear sticks there with low range and winches and PDOs and all sorts of shit on them. They'd use these to cart all the timber out to the trucks where they'd hand load them, or use the hired cranes, and then they'd take them to the sawmill or deliver them down to the mines or wherever they went from there. Used to use the hive on the trucks to just lift these down onto the road, then they'd crawl into the bush with them. This one used to have dual wheels. It was bought off when my grandfather died many years ago. Bought off the auction we had down there. A bloke bought it, and he was gonna, I don't know what he was going to, he was a military bloke, so he put the military stuff on it. This used to just have old steel rims, so it had singles on the front and then duals on the back, like any other old truck would. But I acquired it back. He got it sandblasted at a mate of mine's place and then just disappeared off the face of the earth, so the mate of mine got rid of his place and said, you want it back? So I went and got it. Just because it was my grandfather's, and if you've seen previous videos, you know that I like old stuff, so went and got it back. A cousin of mine and myself got it going again. We had a tractor show in 2009, only up the road here, and there was Super 90 Chamberlains. I don't know if people overseas know what they are, the Australian built thing. They had a 371 GM in it. 70 horsepower tractor, 90 horsepower tractor. It was Super 70s, Super 90s. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I think that's a Class R in. Fairly powerful machine. we were just pulling a sled with the weight come up and got heavier and heavier as we went along. And where those tractors in that class stopped and spun their wheels, me and my cousin were in this old girl here. The throttle wasn't even hooked up. It had a lawnmower tank zip tied to the window pillar here, and he was I was just on the clutch and steering it, and he was on the throttle controlling her. We had a couple of 1-ton blocks on the back, and then we backed her up to the sled, and then the bloke said, I'll just fiddle with the lever and let you go the whole way, just give the crowd a bit of a show. And so once we hooked her up in low, I think it was in low range, about 2nd gear, 4-wheel drive, the way she went, it was fairly slow, but the old 6 just livened up about halfway when she started working, and the bloke just left the lever alone, so the sled, it pulled it right through where the other tractors were, spun their tyres. This thing just wobbled down, crawled down through that rut and then back out the other side and pulled the sled across and levelled out where those other tractors stopped. We had to stop because of the fence at the other end. Believe me or not, I don't care, but that's what happened. There was proof. Blokes were laughing at us when we first lined it up, saying that's not going to do anything, and a couple said you've got to give it a go, see what it does do. And that's exactly what happened. So it pulled it. I guess there's different classes. It wouldn't have pulled it as far as something with a couple hundred horsepower, obviously, but in the class it was in, where those 70 to 90 horsepower tractors stopped, this thing just crawled down through those ruts and just kept going with it. It was just magnificent. So that's the sort of power you're looking at with these old things when they're in low range. I don't know much more of the history on this one. It was obviously built for World War II. I know it was my grandfather's, and I've known it ever since I've been alive. And it's, as I said, it used to have a crane on it. That was blown off it when this bloke got it. Just that was scrapped, which is a shame, but anyway, it was. Still got all the original rims over there. There's another one he bought off us too, it's still over there, which is mine. I'm yet to pick up. I reckon I'll repower it with probably a Holden V8 or a Chev or a Ford or something, just and leave her in low range too, just for tractor pulls in years to come. But that's the plans for those. But this one's going to be staying exactly how it is, probably stay in the garden here actually. Just going to see if we can't get it going and show you how smooth an old 6 can run as well as the V8. Well, what I'm saying is the V8 one that you all want to see is going to be a lot more work to do. We still will do something with it, whether it goes or we take the heads off and find the problem, but we still will. So bear with me, and we might just, I've got the carby off it. If you didn't see the last video, I've took the carby off it, put a kit through it, because I had it on that Toyota forklift down there. Carburetor on it, shit itself, and then something else happened, so I pulled it back off. I put a kit through it. It's in on the bench of the workshop there. Then we'll see if she's missing off here. We'll just bolt her on, and we might just put a bit down the throater, but we won't hook a fuel tank up, and quick battery and just see if she does run. If it doesn't, it'll be another episode of why the hell it won't. But that's what we'll do right now. Alright everyone, we'll try and put the carburetor on her. Hopefully she still spins over. It hasn't got any moisture down in there. Anything's possible here in the bush. The leaves off her. A couple of non-fits I brought up here. All different sizes, all this stuff. 15, Jesus. I'll have to go and get a 15. I wouldn't have even carried a 15 to a Chev. Fucking working on a push bike. 9/16's a bit tight. It'll do the job rather than walk back down. So I'll set the carter back on her. I won't hook any throttle or anything up. We'll just see what she's going to do. I don't know what that's for. That must have been an accessory for the forklift. There's your fuel inlets up here. Anyway. Set her on there. Just block that off with a zip tie. Starting to lose daylight here, but hopefully you can still see okay. Been wanting to do this for a few years now just to see if she's still okay sitting up here. Things get in the way, other jobs. Nice and tight, nice tight suction there, which we all don't mind, I'm sure. I have to slip around the other side so I can reach the nut. Hope you're okay. Anything that's down in that manifold she should chew up and spit out anyhow, I hope, or it's going to hold the valve open and misbehave. What the hell's going on here? There's a gap under that nut that's tight. Look at the bastard. A little bit of washer under it or something. Can't cross thread it because she went that far to start with. 3 parts of a nut there, then she's locked up. A bit of rust from sitting in the scrubby, I'd say. I guess we can't whinge about something being tight, can we? A little too tight, we probably can. I'm gonna have that gasket sealed under there. She won't draw enough. Won't draw properly through it all. She's starting to squash the gasket now. I reckon that fella. I took the movement out of her anyway. That's the throttle there. I think we'll just give her a couple off the end to get it going. Okay, so this tube here, that's for a vacuum advance or something. I don't know if that's even hooked up to this truck. I'm just going to kink that off with a cable tie. Fuck, I did with it, I brought one up. There it is here, look. It's been that long. I'm not going to hook anything up, as I said. I'll just throw my end over the top of the choker. Okay. So what we'll do, just fill down the, and a lot of you probably know this. Top of most carburetors have got a vent tube, that little tube cut on an angle there. That goes into the bowl. Let's say your bowl, fuel bowl grooves. I might try and drizzle a bit down that. If I can spill a heap, that'd be really good. But there's some. Someone's been here before me. If few anti-sandwich wrappers here, laying behind the seat. So I feel put a bit of juice in one of them, just try and drizzle a bit down there. Plus we'll get a bit down the throat of it into that manifold. Save the battery she might hit. I was going to finish that one I've got going, but I'll just use one of these dead ones here. All the dust won't matter. And leave my bottle with the hole in the cap, like everyone uses. It's not here, it's down the shed still. Not walking back down there. What's going to happen here is most of it's going to go down the manifold and flood her. We'd all learn this in science at school. Anyone listen? Even I'll stick there. Nope. What I'll do is she's got plenty down the throat in here. Won't have to give her any more there. Probably will, she's bumping over. I'll check the radiator. All these old things, they don't hold water, I don't know where it goes. But dries camel crap in there and give her a bit of the good stuff here. I'm not going to get her hot, but it's good to lubricate the water pump. Alright. Should put your cap straight back on like that. You should let her bleed, but we're not going to use this, we're just going to run it, so that won't matter. Okay, if you can see the dizzy on her there, just going to give the points a quick rub. Put your head torch on here. Pretty much a standard thing you do on these. I don't know if you saw the Ford V8 video, but sort of wrecks my theory there because that thing started. But you heard the commentary there after sitting all that time. But this one here, we'll just pop them off. Certainly doesn't hurt to spread something apart and give it a quick rub. If you know what you're doing, it won't take you long at all. I've just got a bit of emery paper here, fold in half, so that'll get both contacts at once. You get her off, and it's on the cam here, it's obviously open. On the flat there, they're closed. That's where you want to do it, so it's got a bit of weight on the paper. You just give those two contacts a rub. I'm trying to do this, the sun's going down. Not much going on here, there's not a lot of room in her. That should do. As I said, you know what you're doing, it won't take long. Put the button back on. You can always give the end of the button a rub too, which, as I said, you know what you're doing, that certainly won't take long either. Give the button a rub. Give a bit of rub in there too, I don't think she'll need that. They don't even need that if they've been arcing out. It doesn't look like it has. Okay, so just going to check what we've got going on here. That's the ignition there. So we've done the same with the V8. Just turn my light off here, that was only for my review. These two wires here, you have to excuse the camera work here, she's a bit dark, and these two wires here, we just got them going straight down to the positive on the starter because it's always hooked up. It's a lever, you push a lever to start this one, so there's always power at the starter. The button's on the starter itself. Oh, that's good, I'll get under and get that. 12 volt coil again, fairly bodgy, bit of duct tape there. One going to the starter, one going to the breakers, the points. And then that little lever there with that round knob on it. We'll push that forward and it's got a button built into the starter there. That'll give her a hit, so... Fuck, that wasn't like it back. There it is there. A non-fit line under it. Okay. So you've got petrol in her, in that carby. I'm just going to set a battery here. I can show you if I can set her up on the window looking down while I do that. Now we've got to determine what's, oh that's power because that's going straight to the starter, so. One of me non-fits here, I'll just drop that. Fuck, I'll drop that off. Shit, she might be 12 years open and she'll grab. Jeez, that's not good either. Use the alligator clips, but they're not near as good as contactors. Straight on the terminal here. What the fuck is going on there? The story of my life living here, fucking battery terminals and flat things and just get her off. There she is, look. I'd rather it's straight on there. That one's going to the starter. That one's going to ground. Oh, she's sparking, so them breakers are working. Someone's going to have to wait here. Okay. We've got that hooked up. We're going to have to go around. Guess I'll reach across. I can probably reach across because I want to be able to play with that carby, so I might sit this on the seat there the other side. Okay, so we're going to give her a quick go. You've got the carburetor's primed, we've got spark, you've seen the battery spark, you've cleaned the points. As long as it spins over, it should go. Been a hell of a long time since she has. Oh, hang on. Yeah, well, I checked that before, but obviously not. Okay. I'll give her another go. Started crawling through the bush there. Alright, she's running. I might throw my hand over the top of her and see what she does. Listen to that, would you? That's been, I don't know how many years. We pushed it up here with the tractor. It hasn't been running for years. And I just put that carby on and sat in the bush all this time. That's what my dad always said, the Chevs are always better than the Fords, because the Fords, they had the crab distributor down the front of the block, and he said they were always wet. He said the Chev, all you did was throw your hand over the top. He said you'd work the thing all day. Fords worked the same when they were going, but he said you had to stuff around to get them to go. He said the 6-cylinder Chevs just fired straight up, so that sort of just proves that, didn't it? Unbelievable how she fired. And this carby's been rebuilt too, so I don't know where the settings are on her or... Might just check those fucking... Well, the wires are right on her here. She got excited to start with, and then she... That'll be spark. Has to be a spark problem. What's she doing here? What are you doing to us? The coil's long and she's I just give her a bit of a look down in here. So she is sparking, but she definitely fired to start with. Got a screwdriver here somewhere. I'll just open and close them breakers so she's behaving there. She's not. I'll have to reach over and give that a bit of a twist there. See what happens now. So she's got plenty down there. She's got plenty at the busy. Still got the power hooked up. We'll get thrown in the bush here in a bit. She'll give me a hit. Or another one. My missus at home waiting for me to go out. Here I am trying to start this fucking thing. Okay, here we go. She's got plenty of suction. It's got good compression. The old girl, she's... I don't know if the jets are blocked or anything, but she sat round. Flooded. Well, that ship we tipped into her. Could be flooded. Could be spark. I don't know. Test for spark. We'll throw this. I'm not holding the thing because I don't like electricity. It hurts. she's not jumping the spark there. What's wrong with her? If the coil's gone down or... Here I'm telling you how good they start, these old girls, and she's not. This might be a two-part thing, this. Now that she's not jumping the spark anywhere there. That's not going to do much if the points are open. So that might be fucking dodgy too, that connection there. I don't know. Checking for sparks, you should fucking roar on 5 cylinders if it's sparking. There's plenty of petrol down that throat. So we do all these duct tape connections here. That one there, I don't pull him off and just... There's plenty of power there. Might be the points or one of these connections. Oh. Fuck. That's not good, is it? Gotta be the points. I just give him a rub. Oh, maybe I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm telling you as I do. Give the paper there and I'll give her another one. Could be short yet anyway, it's all dizzy, she could be. I'll give her a spin with the cap off and see if they're sparking each time. I don't know if you can see that, but turn me light off there. No, she's not sparking. We're going to have to... It's going to be a two-part series, so what I'm going to do is leave you all there. I'll come back tomorrow when there's more daylight. Actually, you know what? The camera's actually brighter than it is fucking real life here. I don't know why she doesn't want to play. You got no fucking spark. That should be fucking loving life, that set of points there. She's not, is she? She's not. Fuck, I'm gonna get booted here in a minute. I can see it. Trouble when I get home, we're meant to be going out. Here I am trying to get this fucking thing going. Anything for me viewers. You might have more corrosion on that thing than I thought. Give her another one here, just give her fucking nothing there. She's getting fucking herbs or power. We saw that. She's not going through the coil, but it should be switching. Fucking nothing. Absolutely nothing. Fucking loose connection somewhere, there's got to be. Absolutely got to be something wrong here. And things twisted together, it could be anything. Everything's bodgy. She's got nothing at the point, so I'm going to have to bring a test light up tomorrow. I've got to go now, but I'll come back tomorrow if I get time, and I'll give her another shot. Welcome back, everyone. It's a couple of days later. It was just, we end up going away to the truck show, so it's the first opportunity I've had to come back and finish this one off, see if we can get it to go. When I left last time, it didn't have any spark, so I just set it up on the tripod here. Just going to use a test light. I might put it up here actually so you can see the whole lot. I generally use a multimeter. The test light's fine with these things. You just need something, not something accurate. See if she's got any power. With that out, we'll need. I've got power at the starter, I've got power at this cord here, just got to follow all this. Got power at the coil. Always check at the terminal of the thread, because the thread's what's going into the unit itself. If there's none at the thread, there could be a contact problem there. Then we'll come down to the earth side of it. Put that on power itself. Let's power one side and not the other. There's still a problem with those points. Still got the sandpaper here. Must be just a lot of corrosion on them. She's not up on the cam, but it's still not. It's unbelievable, she's not. She's still not. Got it one side, not the other. Unbelievable. Just winder here, get a... Story of my life, fucking battery terminals. There now, she mustn't have been closed. It's getting it now. It's definitely switching that coil. I'll just show you here. It's definitely working now. Connection there's red hot, just burnt myself on that. It could be a problem. This is this idiot coming down the hill here Sunday afternoon. No respect for anyone else. Give her another go. It's definitely switching now, unless that coil's not working. The actual points are now switching. Bit sticky to... It's just a bit down the vent for the carburetor bowl rather than hook fuel up to it. Oh, let's give it a go. See what happens this time. Oh, she's more promising now. Got a valve stuck with his hand of it. What she done last time too. The chuffing noise like she's got a valve out. I ain't touching these old copper leads, they give you a good hit. There's no spark again. If the coil's playing up, there's another problem. First time we did the same thing. This is pretty loose. Oh, she's sparking against the block here now. Something's arcing out there. The plug lube was just arcing out. Definitely sparked there now. Could be fuel. Oh, if you want to, it's set up on the seat, but just haven't got me in the bowl, that's all that's wrong with it. She just needs more. You can hold it if you want. Didn't have much battery. Carby sat around that one, was pretty full of sort of nest in it.
Come up here.
Just take the top off that bowl if I can, try and pour a bit into her. It looks like it's not going down the vent. Either that's blocked or the main jet's not letting it come back out of the bowl. screwdriver that's missing.
Ticket! Where are you going?
You see a little screwdriver over there, Jenny, somewhere?
Hold on. Right here. Oh, it's sleeping.
Right, the bowl's full. There's petrol dripping everywhere, so there could be an inferno. Give her a go. Get out of here, so I have to jump when she catches a light. And leave the top off. Don't think that'll matter. She used all that already. Pretty economical. Good. Runs off that much. Put all this back together so next time we can just hook the fuel up to it. She should be right. The spring on the carb is holding it in the flat out position. I don't know why. you hook the pedal up, it's not, it pulls it back, so remember that for next time. You can see how smooth she does run, but that's only off the bowl, so it does run a lot better than that. I think that's all we can do for now. Disconnect the power. Thanks for watching, everyone. It's not a Ford Blitz, but it's the best I can do without pulling the heads off that one. I think it's seized, but as I said, we haven't checked it for that long. It may not be either. That oil may have worked in the plug holes, but it's the next best thing. So, okay, everyone, that's it. As I said before, if you want to see fuel hooked up to it and run for longer, we can take it for a short spin. It's a bit hard to drive, but it does go. Might be a bit hard to get out of here, but if you want to see it run for longer, anything like that, please let me know. If not, there's plenty of other videos coming. When I get time, I'll do more startups that people requested, more bits and pieces that people have asking for, but more things that I want to do myself. So please continue watching, and we are going away soon. I'm just going to put a few together, and we can edit those and release them as we're away. But so it'll only be a week or so old anyway. But until then, thanks again for watching. Keep up the comments. I do enjoy them, even the bad ones, as I say. They're amusing and they help the channel with view counts, replies, all that sort of thing. Thumbs up, they all help. So thanks again, everyone.